Good afternoon, children. See, today's topic is connective tissue. See, ninth grade biology in chapter 6, we are studying about the plant tissues and animal tissues. So, in the animal tissues, the main tissue is connective tissue we are studying now. The video is about the connective tissue. So, what is a connective tissue? The name itself you can understand, connecting the organs internally, and these connective tissues are present everywhere inside the body, but depending upon the part, function, their nature and cells are different. Very essential. This tissue is very essential tissue in our body. Mostly it consisting of cellular part, cells, fibrous part, even matrix. It contains cells, fibers and matrix. So here cells, fibers, and these are embedded in the matrix. These are embedded in the matrix. Coming to matrix, this matrix is different in different types of connective tissues. We are having 7 different types of connective tissues. In these tissues, the matrix is different in different. That means what? Matrix is the ground substance. Matrix is the ground substance where the fibers and cells are embedded. Where the fibers and cells are embedded. Now these are the, and also somewhere they are loosely, means interspaces are more loosely and more spaces are present in between the cells, like that. Coming to the functions of the connective tissue, now it is binding. Binding means 2 organs are binded, connected. Binding, supporting and packing together. We know that, see, in our body many organs are present. Heart, liver, kidneys, many organs are present. When you are stand straight, your posture is straight, the organs are there in the position. But you see, when you are doing some exercises, upside down, tilting this side, that side, then also the organs are not tilting and moving their position from left to right or right to left or top to bottom. They are not moving because of the connective tissue. The organs are kept in their position. That means in their place they are kept because of the connecting tissue only. So packing together, keeping the internal organs in their position. Keeping the internal organs in their place. How I said that? Heart slightly toward the left, and kidneys, whatever be the internal organs are there, they are in their position. Even though our body is changing its position down to upright, like that anyway. So keeping them in the original position, protecting, storing like certain type of fat globules, like that they will store, and even they are transporting from one whatever be the organ to another organ. So what are the functions? Connective tissue is an essential tissue in the body. It is very important, present inside the body in different areas, around the organs and between the bones, like that it is. And depending upon the connective tissue type, the matrix is different. It has cellular part, fibrous part and matrix. These cells are embedded in the matrix. Coming to the functions, binding the organs, internal organs, supporting, protecting, keeping the internal organs in their original position, storing, transporting, all the functions are done by the transport means connective tissue. Now coming to the types of connective tissues, you see 7 we are studying in this chapter: blood, bone, cartilage, tendon, ligament, areolar and adipose. What are the 7 types we are studying in this chapter are blood, bone, cartilage, tendon, ligament, areolar tissue and adipose tissue. These are the 7 types of connective tissues. These are the 7 types of connective tissues we are studying under this topic. Now coming to the first connective tissue, we are studying the blood. So here, what is the first connective tissue here? Blood is the connective tissue. We know that blood is flowing throughout the body, inside the blood vessels like arteries and veins. Now blood is a special fluid connective tissue. What is blood? Fluid connective tissue. Blood is called as, even lymph also there. Blood is called as fluid connective tissue. Now here, it has the fluid part called as plasma. This is the matrix. This is the matrix. This plasma contains about 90% water and other percent organic and inorganic. Organic and inorganic components. Organic and inorganic components. Plasma is the fluid part. It contains, actually it is the matrix of the blood. It contains 90%, above 90% water, organic and inorganic substances. Organic and inorganic substances. Now coming to the cellular part. Now coming to the cellular part, it has three types of cells. Coming to the cellular part, it has three types of cells. One is RBC, red blood corpuscles. Two is WBC, white blood corpuscles. Three is platelets. Three is platelets. You see, plasma is the matrix of the blood. It's a fluid part of the blood. It contains more than 90% of water and the rest is organic and inorganic substances. Coming to the cellular part of the blood, it has RBC, red blood corpuscles, and another name for RBC is erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. And another name of WBC, white blood corpuscles, is leukocytes. Leukocytes. And another name of platelets is thrombocytes. Thrombocytes. You see, RBC, red blood corpuscles. WBC, white blood corpuscles are leukocytes. Platelets are called as the thrombocytes. These are the three types of cells present in the blood. Now we know, coming to the functions of the blood. Here you see the red blood cells function is exchange. Why it is red in color? It contains a blood protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. RBC. Red blood cells are having hemoglobin, a blood protein. Because of that, hemo means what? Iron. Globin is a protein. Now here, this gives the red color to the blood. This gives the red color to the blood. The main function of this hemoglobin is exchange of the gases. That means oxygen will be taken in, carbon dioxide will be given out. So through the blood, every cell of the body will get oxygen. Normally we are inhaling through the nose and that oxygen is distributed to each and every cell of the body because of the hemoglobin. The hemoglobin main function is exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. These RBC number in 1 cubic millimeters might be 4 to 5 lakhs and above 5 lakhs. The range is 4.5 lakhs or that is the 50 lakhs to 40 lakhs. The range will be like that. And here, but again it is different in the male and female also. And production of this RBC is called as erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis. So RBC are produced in the bone marrow. RBC are produced in the bone marrow. And that production of this RBC is called as the erythropoiesis. The number of RBC will differ in male and female. And now coming to the main function is what? Exchange of the gases. Means supplying oxygen to each and every cell of the body, taking the carbon dioxide from the cells. This is the exchange of the gases done by the hemoglobin in RBC. Because of the hemoglobin, the color is red in color. Why the blood is red in color? Because of hemoglobin. Then one example I am going to tell. Cockroaches, like insects, are there. Their blood is white in color. White because they do not have hemoglobin in their blood. They do not have hemoglobin in their blood. So RBC function exchange of the gases. Even it transports the hormones into the body through the bloodstream. And production of RBC is called erythropoiesis. What are this? Erythropoiesis. Now coming to WBC. WBC, one more thing. RBC are not having no nucleus. In humans, normally in mammals, RBC, no nucleus means what? Prokaryotic cells. Nucleus is not present in the RBC. They are disc-shaped, biconcave, easy to flow in the blood vessels. So no nucleus in the RBC, enucleated and disc-shaped and biconcave. That means what? Prokaryotic cells. No nucleus means what? Prokaryotic cells. In mammals, one exemption is there. That camel also comes under mammal, but camel RBC contains nucleus. That is the exemption. But other mammals do not have nucleus in their RBC. Red-blood corpuscles are not having nucleus in human beings. They are prokaryotic cells, but in the camel they are having nucleus. That is different. Now coming to WBC, leukocytes, white blood corpuscles, they do not have hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is not present here. They are white in color or colorless. Now coming, whereas RBC, no nucleus. Coming to WBC, there are two types. One is granulocytes. One is what? Granulocytes. Other is agranulocytes. Agranulocytes. RBC are divided into two, granulocytes and agranulocytes. In the granulocytes, the cellular part in the matrix contains some granular structures. Some granules are present. Again, they are divided into acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. Acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. Followed? Now, the three granulocytes are acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. Now, coming to agranulocytes, these are not having a granular structure in their matrix. Agranulocytes do not have granules in their matrix. They are divided into lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes and monocytes. Monocytes. We know the function of WBC. That is the defense mechanism. So WBC protects us from different diseases. So it is the defense system in our body. So WBC, even neutrophils are called as the police of our body. That means what? They are controlling when any foreign body comes, they are not allowing and they will be swallowing it. And like this acidophils, basophils, neutrophils, they are fighting with the disease caused microorganisms. Lymphocytes and monocytes are phagocytic in nature. Phagocytic in nature. On top of it, they increases our immunity. So our disease resistance and immunity. Lymphocytes and monocytes are increasing our immunity. They are fighting with the microorganisms which are entering. Phagocytes means what? Disease causing organisms, and they will swallow it. They will swallow it. See, RBC no nucleus, but this different type, acidophils, basophils, neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, all are having nucleus. Different shapes of the nucleus. So monocytes, you see, kidney shaped nucleus. Lymphocyte, large nucleus. This is the smallest out of all the cells in this WBC. Lymphocytes are very small cells. And what is the function of these two? The phagocytic in nature. They increases the immunity, that means disease resistance power. And they are producing the antibodies to fight with the disease causing microorganisms and kills them. So that is the mechanism of WBC. So what is cleansing of the surface? By swallowing the dead microorganism and fighting with the disease caused microorganisms and killing them. All the functions are taken by leukocytes. That is WBC. Whenever you are writing the functions of the blood, you should write all the functions. RBC functions, WBC functions. Coming to platelets. What is the other cellular part? Other cellular part is called as the platelets or thrombocytes. Thrombocytes are platelets. These do not have no nucleus. Enucleated means what? They are not having the nucleus. Like this different shape they are having, no nucleus, but they are performing very function means what? Essential function. How? They produce prothrombin, which helps for clotting of the blood. So platelets are very helpful for the clotting of the blood. So whenever any injury, the blood is oozing out from the blood vessels. The blood is coming out of the blood vessels. You see, after few seconds, in some people very quickly, some people it will take some time to clot the blood on its own if it is a small injury. So what is the main function of this platelet? They will be moving at the site of the injury and making a network like structure and covers the whatever with a cut or this thing injury and makes the blood to clot. Very important. If platelets are less in the body, it sometimes the people may lose much quantity of the blood, and sometimes it may lead to the death of the people also. Platelets contains prothrombin, helps for clotting of the blood. Then we are getting one doubt. Okay, platelets are present in the blood. Why the blood is not clotting inside the blood vessels? No, platelets will come out whenever the injury, that means the blood vessels are cut open, the blood is oozing out, they will come to the site of that injury and they will make a network and prevents the loss of the blood. Okay, when the blood is flowing inside the arteries and veins, this won't work. Then what will work? There is another component called as heparin. What it will do is prevents clotting of the blood inside the blood vessels. When the blood is flowing inside the blood vessels, heparin will prevent clotting of the blood inside the vessels. But when it comes out of the vessels, the prothrombin will help to clot the blood so that loss of the blood can be prevented. Platelets function is clotting the blood when it comes out of the blood vessels. So here RBC functions, WBC functions, platelet functions. So what are the, finally you are writing the functions of the blood. Blood is flowing throughout the body in the arteries and veins, and blood is responsible for the exchange of the gases, and blood distributes the digested food to each and every cell of the body. Even blood distributes the hormones to every part of the body. Next one, the WBC is the defense mechanism, prevents the disease causing microorganisms entry because they will produce antibodies to fight with the microorganisms and killing them. So they increases the immune system in the body and disease resistance in the body. Next one, platelets are helping for what? Clotting the blood, means they prevent the loss of the blood in that whenever the blood is coming out of the body, out of the blood vessels. Even blood contains one more component called heparin, which is not allowing the blood to clot inside the blood vessels. As much as the blood is flowing in the blood vessels, heparin will work and prevent the clotting inside. Internal clotting of the blood is very dangerous. External clotting, we need it to prevent the loss, but internal clotting is very dangerous. Heparin will function there and prevents the clotting of the blood in the blood vessels. So finally, blood is a fluid connective tissue, very important connective tissue where it is flowing throughout the body. Thank you.